Here and that night hitter, and then get some power out of her. How you like that power in that night hole?
Yeah, I mean, that's a scary 9-hole. You've got Kiara Sells down there, the way she's been swinging the bat. And really, just trying to get her a little bit better pitches to swing, just let her kind of get back to the way she started the year. And I think, she's really looked locked in. She had one of the best at-bats of the weekend last week against a really tough pitcher up at Tennessee. And, it's good to see her kind of continue that. And really, it's a good problem, trying to figure out where I'm going to put all these bats in the lineup. And just, I like having someone like her who's willing to take a walk at HBP and get on base, particularly in front of Sierra. And, she can put the ball over the fence. That's nice, too.
For Raylan, I know Texas and Tennessee are really tough, but it seemed like she was maybe wearing down a little bit. The home runs had gotten to her. So how big was it for her to have a week to settle down and get back to what she does best and have the outing she did here?
Yeah, great bounce back from Raylan. Just really proud of her, and she's just the mental toughness it takes in this league, and just you have to have a short-term memory because you don't get a weekend off. Every team, regardless of if it's Texas, Tennessee, Missouri, every team is capable of coming out and attacking your best stuff. And I think she did a great job of really mixing speeds and just giving us another quality start and going another 7. And I think this week was helpful, kind of being done with our midweeks. It gives us a chance to slow down the preparation, really focus in on the recovery, and make sure that we're feeling our best going into a Friday night start.
It's hard to find just one play that stands out as the best from Nadia Barbary. Where does the ones tonight rank? I know that last one that she had was one of the best plays we've seen from her so far.
Oh, yeah. I think we've seen her confidence grow on both sides of the ball, particularly this year, offense and defense. And we really challenged her with that particular hitter for this weekend, knowing that she loves to bunt, and we were going to challenge her to try and hit us by her. Try and hit it by Nadia. And Nadia just kept getting up in her face, and she tried to hit it by her, and she wouldn't let her. And I just think she loves the challenge, and anytime we can do that to her practice in the games, she's just such a great athlete, and her ability to react and make big time plays like that is huge. I mean, it keeps the inning, it keeps them off the board, it keeps us rolling, it keeps Raylan gets her back in the dugout, and I think she's made some really great plays. But yeah, I think those have been a couple of her best ones that we saw this weekend.
What was the message, the focus, just sort of the energy in practice this week after you got back from Knoxville?
Yeah, it really was just a refocus. I think it came at a good time, knowing we were halfway done with our SEC play, and when you're in kind of that grind of this conference, it's, hey, let's reset, let's look at it like, we're 0-0 right now going through the second half of conference play, and we finished 7-5 in the first half. What can we do? What can we learn from that? What did we do well? And what can we improve on? And that was really the focus all week, is what can we do for ourselves to play Mississippi State softball and to continue to get better each and every week. Not so much worrying about the name, the ranking, and the dugout across from us, but on us, the little things, and how we know we can control that throughout the game.
And then now, how do you just make sure they're, not getting complacent or anything after the first game of this series, making sure, Missouri can easily come back and give you guys a battle Saturday?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's a team that was 1 win away from the World Series last year, and we know that it takes everybody, and it takes being locked in and focused every pitch. And that was kind of the idea behind the reset this year. And, I think it's looking at this weekend like we have every other one, that every team in this conference is a super regional team, and it's going out and trying to work to win a super regional. So hopefully coming out again tomorrow, staying focused and continuing to attack early. That's been a message for us as well. And knowing that no one is going to roll over, that we have to bring our best stuff each and every day.
Can you just talk about that at first at bat, and then how did it feel seeing it leave the park?
It felt amazing. I was honestly just trying to put a barrel on the ball, trying to move the runner, or did anything that I could in order for us to get a run. So I think the home run was kind of a plus. So yeah.
Is there sort of a message there? Hey, don't put me in the 9th spot anymore.
Actually, I kind of like the 9th spot. It's me being able to get on base for Sierra, and I really appreciate that. Having team at bats and stuff like that. So I think that it's a really good spot for me for right now. So yeah.
And does that also help, everybody else has seen the pitcher already, so you've sort of had a little bit more time to watch and see what they're throwing? Do you feel like that helped you out there?
I think yes, and then no, because I've never really been the one to kind of go off of everything, what everybody is seeing. I kind of just go up there, see ball, hit ball, and that's kind of how I do it.
Obviously, Raylan did her thing in the circle, but for you guys as a defense to kind of secure some of those incredible plays that you guys did out there today and back up your pitcher, just what's the message for you, for outfielders and stuff, when you're trying to back up your pitcher in the circle?
It's kind of knowing that we're all out there together. So she's out there working her butt off. We're going to work our butt off as well. I think the preparation throughout the week has helped us a lot, especially the coaches pushing us and everything. So I think that definitely helps. So, yeah.
Nadia, obviously you made some pretty incredible plays out there today, backing up your pitcher in the circle. Walk me through that last play that you had where you made that snag at third. What were you thinking in that moment?
Just seeing the ball really and trusting Raylan to hit her spot, and I knew what pitch was coming, so I kind of expected the ball to come and just see it and being able to react. And Ricketts practices that a lot at practice, hitting me balls like that, so it was like practice.
And when Raylan's kind of out there doing her thing in the circle, for you guys as a defense to be backing her up, obviously only allowed 2 hits tonight, what's kind of the message for you guys as an infield, and when you're out there talking to Raylan, just, hey, you know, I have your back?
Yeah, that's the message. It's just we have your back. We'll do our job and have your back, and just you do what you do pitching, and she's done amazing, and just knowing that she has a solid defense behind her.
And then at the plate, obviously secured a big hit there in the first inning. Kind of walk us through that and what you were thinking there during your approach.
Just seeing the ball middle, and we practiced it a lot throughout the week in the cages with Ricketts and Zach in the cages, and just trusting our plan going up to that and executing that.
Talk about taking pride in your defense and how much you said you worked on it in practice, just how much do you work on it?
A lot. Defense is always a big emphasis with us, and just having a solid defense. That way our pitchers can go in there and do what they do, and so that they know that we have their back.
And for you, for a leader of this squad, obviously Game 1's over. Now you have Game 2 and Game 3 tomorrow. What's kind of the message for the team moving forward this weekend?
It's a clean slate. After we took care of business today, we have to take care of business tomorrow and Sunday. So just refreshing, taking care of our bodies, and getting back at it tomorrow.
So, after last weekend, what was this week like for you? Just sort of preparing, breaking down film, and getting ready to get back out there and get back to your usual form here.
Yeah, I think last week was just a little hectic all around, but my bullpens were very normal. We didn't really talk a whole lot about last week besides just flush it and move on. I think that's why I could be successful today.
For you as a pitcher, to see some of the stuff that Nadia Barber was doing at third tonight, just talk about that. Run me through that when you saw that play that she made on third.
Yeah, immediately after the game was over, I just said that defense won this game because, all the plays at third, I didn't have many strikeouts, so we had to play defense. And the balls they fielded were not hit softly, they were hit hard, and they fielded them with ease and made it look super easy. So yeah, it gives me so much confidence just to throw any pitch up there, and they're going to field it.
Looked like, especially toward the end of the game, you had a lot of confidence in that off-speed drop and got them, looking a few times and sort of just went back to that well. Was that sort of, you had that pitch working and they weren't getting out on it?
Yeah, I think the whole thing, especially in the SEC, is keeping hitters off balance. So if I can keep, a good offense off balance, I win. That's my whole memo as a pitcher, just, trying to get off balance my best stuff, and that's how I won the game today.
With this kind of workload, I know it's unlike anything you've had before, on top of obviously all the cancer treatment and everything. So, what's that work been like in order to stay strong and stay at your best as you move into the second half of conference play against some really good teams still here coming up?
Yeah, kudos to Macy. She's amazing. She's our athletic trainer, and she's always giving me whatever I need whenever I ask. She's been really, really cool these past couple of weeks. I have been going through kind of some ups and downs with my levels and whatnot. So she's been getting me whatever I need whenever I ask for it. So yeah, I owe a lot of it to her and just the staff, my bullpens. If I need a short bullpen or a long bullpen, it's kind of a feel-good day every day. So kudos to them.